The family recipe I'm going to highlight today is the Cornish pasty, which is a quite cherished family recipe due to the fact that I'm of Cornish descent and the pasty is somewhat well known in the United States, especially here in Wisconsin. First off, the pastry itself has 6 ingredients, while the remaining ingredients are filling, which goes into the pasty itself. As for the recipe, the first step is to mix the flour, baking powder, salt, butter, and egg yolks, and add water after crumbs form. The purpose of mixing the flour and the butter is to coat the molecules in the flour with fat from the butter, which maximizes the tenderness of the dough. As for the baking powder, the purpose of that is to chemically leaven the dough. And as well, the purpose of adding egg yolks is to add protein to the dough. And when those egg yolks are mixed with the remaining ingredients, the proteins are gradually unfolded, forming a network of unfolded proteins which can trap air bubbles and leaven the dough even further. Chilling in the fridge for 1 hour gives time for the dough to leaven via both processes. Next, the oven's heated to 350 degrees. The dough is split into 6 pieces and rolled out to desired thickness to form 6 discs. All fillings are seasoned with salt and pepper. The beef is seasoned with a tablespoon of flour as well. The fillings are placed on each disc on one semicircle of the disc, and then the discs are folded over, leaving a gap, and the inner edges are dotted with butter. And then the edges are crimped together and sealed shut. The pasties are all brushed with beaten egg. And this beaten egg serves 2 purposes. One is to add additional proteins to the outside of the pasty, which will unfold during the cooking process, and strengthening the crust of the pasties, preventing them from falling apart as easily. And another purpose of brushing the pasty with beaten egg is to give it a shine. And then the pasties are cooked for 50 minutes and are cooled for 5 to 10 minutes. And probably a little bit longer if you don't want to burn the roof of your mouth when you eat it. One last method in this recipe, which contributes to the texture of the pasty, is the adding of the water after the crumbs form. And the purpose of this is to saturate the leftover flour, which hasn't been coated with butter, with water, which allows a gluten network to start to form when the flour is mixed. And that gluten network is necessary for the structure of the pasties, because if it was just a tender, soft dough consisting of the butter mixed with the flour, it wouldn't stay together under the weight of all the fillings. So creating this gluten network really allows the pasty to stay together.